Brad comes into Roush, right? And I've known Brad really well over the last decade or so, and he has an opinion, about a lot of things. The way I see him is, he's hard to corral, right? He's kind of his vision can be kind of a bit ambitious at times, but it seems like, man, and you tell us, it seems like that this is like a really, really good fit between him and Jack, and I guess Jack's hope for where you guys could go in this new direction. I hear that the culture's changing fast. I hear that there's a lot more pride in the shop. I hear that the shop's cleaner. There's, cars are looking better. Things, I hear that everything is turning in the right direction. I mean, obviously you can see it on the racetrack, but you've been there so long. How has it changed in just this short last, 16 months?
We might not have enough time to go through it all.
Yeah.
But it's all really good points. It's been really awesome to see Brad come over with the energy and the enthusiasm to take on this role. I know it's a big undertaking. I can't do two things at once. My wife will tell you that. But Brad's over here trying to drive, run a race team, run his advanced manufacturing company.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 2 daughters and a wife at home. It blows my mind how much he is able to get done every day, and I really envy him for that. And what we're getting done is meaningful too. We're not just going in circles. We've been able to see so much change while he's come in. Him and Jack actually remind me a lot of each other. Both are very, very patriotic, very proud of their Detroit area and growing up in Michigan and coming in and wanting this to be successful. They both have a lot of drive to build this thing up, and so it's been cool to see Brad's energy raise Jack's back up as well. And I think everybody's been seeing it from both sides of that and really enjoying it. The most obvious thing is when you walk in a shop, it's way cleaner, way more organized. I think we talk about the work ethic and what everybody's putting into our cars to make sure they are as nice as they can possibly be each and every weekend. Brad's very detail-focused, and it's a lot of small things. And I think that the mentality there is we're in a very tight box now. So it's not one big thing that's going to find you a lot of speed. It's going to be 20 little things that are going to add up. And so that's where I think he's come in and really put a little bit more of that mindset into it and been able to put the energy behind it to keep us focusing and finding those details.
To hear all these things that Brad's doing, I have to ask you, what was it like before Brad then? Because, I'm hearing about it's cleaner now. What was this place? Were we working out of a barn all of a sudden?
I didn't think we were, but it sure looked like when you compare them now, it feels like it more so.
Is that right? Well,
it's
that
just
feels like a lack of leadership, though. What was the problem?
I think that there's been Brad's looking at it differently, right? If you look at it from others' point of view, if it's not going to make our race car go faster, then why are we going to spend all the time and money on it? And I think that the problem with that became is if everything else looks rough, why are you going to just specifically make the race car look nice? No, I don't know if that's accurate. I'm not in everyone's head, and I don't know if that's where everybody was at, but and I doubt it. I think everybody has pride in our shops and working, but when everything else is cleaned up, I think it just puts an expectation there that everything needs to be nicer. It looks better for our partners coming in, right? Bring them in. All these shops look so nice when you look out through the glass, and we had some redone epoxy floors that helped it a lot, but the walls had turned yellowish, and we had just mismatched stuff everywhere, and it's kind of been pieced together as the race team grew, and then as it shrunk back down, there was stuff everywhere. It was a little bit chaotic.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that Brad was able to go in there, and that everybody didn't fight back against his opinions about what needed to be done. So, when things have been ran a certain way for so long, and you bring in this new guy who has just a bit of equity, right? He's not a full owner. He's going to come in. Brad's going to go, okay, I see X, Y, and Z that I'd like to change, and everybody goes, well, we haven't really done it that way, and maybe a couple weeks from now he'll get over that, and I'm just not going to really worry about it. And it's that happens 9 times out of 10, but Brad, I guess being persistent and Brad-like, just ground away at it until he's been able to infuse his part of the vision.
Yeah, you said it. He's a little bullish, right?
Yeah,
and a little opinionated. And I think
him.
if you ask Brad, there was pushback, and he wanted to change X, Y, Z, and maybe he got X and Z.
Yeah.
So if you were to sit him down and go through that, I think he'll tell you in detail that there probably was in a lot of different areas. And at the end of the day, did painting the shop floor make our cars faster? No. It did not directly make our cars go. I did reorganizing and getting all the cabinets done in a clean black make our cars go faster? Absolutely not. But it just looks nicer. It helps when we bring people through. It helps them show that we are committed to making this thing nice for the long run. I think there's something to be said about
every mechanic.
There's a lot to be said about
every mechanic that's waking up in the morning to get out of bed is ready to go there.
That's
instead of thinking, "Damn it,
Yes.
I got it. This place is rough, dirty."
That's right.
That's pretty cool, man. And I'll be honest, man. I thought Brad was eventually going to be a positive addition. I didn't know how long that would take. I just felt like that things had been going a certain way for Roush for so long that it wasn't going to be as quick as it's been. And so I want to ask you about the next gen car. How much has the next gen car been a part of y'all's ability to quickly change course? Because I think the next gen car, if we stay with the old car, the change for y'all might have been a little more gradual. Not quite as progressive. And so maybe has the next gen car allowed y'all, the whole sport got a reset, back to square one.
Right.
Everybody at zero.
It did. And it was pretty much baked in, and Roush got behind at the end of the testing era. So once that all got tightened up and shrunk down, it's hard to dig out of a hole when you don't have the time to go to racetrack and fix it. And I think that with the old car, it was kind of just that constant cycle of we're behind and we can't figure out where to go to get there. And the next gen was that big reset. I think we hoped that the reset would be quicker. I thought
even quicker.
That we hoped that we would fire off beginning of the season and be flying.
So let me ask you, you go to the Clash and y'all had heartbreak there, right?
Yep, we both missed the A main, right?
Embarrassment and frustration.
Yep.
I really, y'all probably felt that emotion very strong. I'm not want to discredit it. I was sitting at home going, well, it is elimination. Somebody's got to be eliminated. I could walk away from that and go, screw this race. This don't matter. This is an exhibition silliness anyways, right? Not even a real racetrack. So,
Good heavens.
I'm just saying, if I was missed the show, I could.
Just went from talking about short track racing to that's not a real race.
If I missed the show, I could come up with plenty of reasons to not give a damn.
To feel better.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I'd walk out of there without a problem. And then y'all go to Daytona and you're like, you rock it fast.
Yeah.
Right. And so I guess after Daytona you're kind of thinking, maybe this goes quicker than I think.
That's well, the speedways have been strong for Roush for a long time, right? Like that's where the couple of wins came from, the power from the Roush's side of it. I mean, it all comes together at speedways, and so we always expected to be good at those ones, and so it did help kind of reset. But then it was off to the West Coast swing, and how do we get this right? Had some glimpse of speed. We spun out several times, blew a tire at Fontana, and then Phoenix was my best Phoenix to date. And so there was kind of this idea that, okay, so it looks like our speedway stuff's still going to be good. But there was this glimpse of hope that the Clash was really bad. We worked on it for Phoenix. We had a test out there. and we were able to go run top 10-ish, which was almost like a win for me at Phoenix. And I know no one's ever from the driver's seat supposed to say that 10th feels like a win, but I've run 30th there a lot, and it's been right there with Richmond as the toughest place for me, and that was nice. So that gave us that idea that, okay, our short track stuff's coming along here. Let's work on that heavy.
Hey guys, I'm here to tell you 3 reasons why I love our sponsor, Tire Pros. Number 1, Tire Pros loves cars as much as I do. Number 2, they have great service. Number 3, they're committed to getting you back out on the road. Plus, they've got this really cool logo.
Dale, that's 4 reasons.
And they have over 600 locations, 24/7 roadside assistance, a great selection, and a best-in-class tire warranty. Tire Pros, love the drive.